Hey, Munchie Mafia, we are making chicken parmesan. And what we're starting off with is an egg wash. This is going to be 3 eggs. And we're going to take some half and half, and we're going to splash about a half cup of half and half in there. And we're going to just beat that up. Give it a good beating. And then we're going to add a pinch of salt and add some black pepper. And what we have is some thinly sliced chicken breast that I purchased already pre-sliced. So we're going to just give it a good trim real quick and get rid of this stuff right here. Zippy, zippy, zip. You can definitely take these a little thinner by using a meat mallet. And what I usually do is I'll get like one of the gallon Ziploc bags and I'll put it in there and lay it out flat and just bang the living crap out of it. But these are pretty thin, and I don't want them too thin because then they're going to overcook too quickly. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to just lay it into a flour dredge. If you're looking for gluten-free, your best bet is to use a gluten-free flour or cornstarch or potato starch or arrowroot. But if you're going to use a gluten-free flour, you're going to look for one that does not have a lot of rice in it, because the rice is going to make it all gummy and gross and whatnot. The other alternative is to just bypass this whole thing entirely and go with crushed pork panko, pork rinds, and just put them into a food processor and grind it up real fine, and that works just as well. You could also put some cornflake in there, but check the box, make sure it is gluten-free. So we want to get these dredged so that we can dip them into the egg wash. Now this flour, after you're all done with it, it goes in the trash, okay? Don't try to reuse it for something else because salmonella. I'm going to use original breadcrumbs. Now you can use seasoned if you want. I prefer not to because I want the ingredients to, want everything to have the same kind of balance, because our sauce is going to have a lot of flavor. So now we're going to dippy dip the egg wash, dippy dip with the egg wash, and then transfer it over here, pressy press right on into our breadcrumb. We want to make sure that it gets fully coated with breadcrumb, okay? And then just set it aside. Move on to the next one. Now we're going to just swing around to the stove real quick. We have a pan that's preheating. We have our water preheating because we're going to be using some organic spaghetti noodles. So there's that. This is just a Belgique sauteuse pan. I'm going to hit it with some oil. That oil's got a lot of good movement. You want to make sure that you have a pretty good amount of oil in there, but not too much that you're going to end up with, deep fried chicken. Our oven is at 375 degrees because we're going to actually pop the chicken parm in the oven to finish. And now we're just going to lay these down gently because there is oil in there and you could burn yourself. So just lay it down in there. And we're just going to let it get happy on the stove for a bit. All right, so it's been a few minutes. We're going to take a look and see how these are doing. And we see we have golden brown deliciousness here on our chicken. Use some tongs and pick it up gently. so you don't disturb it. That's why you only flip it once, okay? Don't play with it and flip it and flip it and flip it and flip it, because you don't want to break that, because you need that for the sauce so that it can really grab onto the protein. So our sauce is sitting in the back here, or on this burner. We got meatballs, just being all nice and loving. It's added quite a lot of flavor to it. We are going to taste it one more time because we might have to add a little bit of something. I like my stuff herbaceous. All right. So there we have that. It's got just a little smidge of meat in it and all these meatballs. The meat helps to give it more body. We're just going to take a look and see where we're at. Okay, so we are doing really well here. So we're going to start building the chicken parm. And the way that I build the chicken parm is I use a little monkey dish. These are French whites by Corel or Corningware. And I like to go to the thrift store because I can always find these things for dirt cheap. So we're going to take Timmy's 2 chickens, and then we're going to layer on some of the sauce over the top. We're going to pop it in the oven for a little bit. Let it get nice and happy. We want to make sure that there's plenty of sauce on there on the second one, which is right underneath. There we have that. And because I don't have any mozzarella like I thought I did, we're going to put some provolone onto this, and we're going to bake it and let it do its thing. So some provolone, a couple slices, 2. That one's really thin, so we're going to give it a third one. And then we're going to pop it in the oven for a little bit and let it get happy. Okay, so what I did was I tossed a portion of pasta in the sauce, and we're going to just drop it right on into the bowl. We're going to get our delightful chicken, and we're going to just slide it right on top, just like so. Get a little bit of that sauce that it was sitting in right on top. That is delicious. So here we have that. And we're going to sprinkle some Parmesan over the top of it. And there we have it. Chicken Parmesan. All right. And there we have it. Chicken Parmesan and spaghetti. Have a good night. And don't forget, cook with love, eat with passion.